Hi there. So we're putting the retaining wall in the back now. We've got a lot of blocks, and I thought I'd show you how to prepare the bottom because I didn't show that on the first video. So obviously you want to just dig it out as close to where you want it as you can. Throw it in the dirt somewhere. You'll need it again, so don't throw it too far. Figure out where you want the blocks. Remember, with the lip, it's going to put the block on top of it a little bit back farther, a little bit back farther, a little bit back farther. So if you're, that's about an inch. So if you're going 6 rows high, you're going to be about 6 inches out to be about where you want the top. So figure that out on both ends, and put a line. That way you know where your blocks have got to go. And you got it as close to flat with the spade as you can. To get it nice and flat, use a flat shovel. Just skim it, put a little bit of dirt from the high sides and the low side, pack it down, scrape it, pack it down. And after you got it pretty straight, then you want to really pack it. And they do make a tool for packing these, but I don't do this for a living, so I'm not going to go buy the tool. A 4x4 works just fine. Take the 4x4 and you got to pack it all down, pack it all down, pack it all down. And you just got to do that for the whole thing, because you don't want a soft spot and have your wall drop out on you. And after you got it packed, and you can use a level on a long 2x4 if you want to make it perfectly level. I'm not going to do that. I'm not building a house. It's only, just a little retaining wall. So you can eyeball it and get pretty close. But then you want to get some fresh gravel. Did I get tear it open? No, not man enough for that. But I got a tool. And you're going to fill this full of gravel. So you've got it down a couple inches, and if you live in a really rainy climate, you might want to go 6 inches down. It's really dry here. Our soil drains well, so we don't need to go any more than a couple inches. Level it out. And you want to fill the whole thing up that way and pack it down too. Just go through. This doesn't have to be packed as hard as the dirt does. Just get it so it's down and flat. And then you can set your pavers in. Set them up even with the line. Then set your next one. Then offset the other one. And you might want to cut some of them in half. They don't come cut in half. You'll have to cut them in half. You can do that with a chisel. I hired a friend that has a concrete saw and he cut them for me. So I have some half ones to offset and keep the edge nice and flat. And I'll show that on the next video. Okay, I don't have my cameraman, but I just want to show you where I'm at. I got the gravel all in on the bottom, and I got the bottom row in. Bottom row is the hardest. Once you get it all set right, the rest of it just kind of stacks. And you build your gravel up, pack it down, and you want to make sure, I put a string in to keep it reasonably straight. I don't have all the gravel in the back, but we're working on that. But the back here, you want it to be pretty close to in line, as good as close as you can get it. These things aren't exact sizes, so it varies a little bit. But move it around, lift it up, lower it down. To lower it though, if one's too low and needs to come up, then you just have to lift up and put a little gravel under it. But to lower it down, see, this lip's a little bit higher right there, not much. You don't want to hit the concrete or the block because you'll crack it. You give that block a good crack, it'll crack. But if you put a 4x4 or a 2x4 on there, just give it a tap. That gravel underneath of it will move a little bit. It's not quite there. Give it another tap. And you can get them pretty close to flush all the way across that way. And that'll help pack it down, and once you get all the blocks set in, that sucker won't move. It'll stay in place nice.